Okay, guys. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. This is the United Agenda. This is your Manchester United versus Sunderland match preview. So, guys, how have we all been doing? How are we all doing? Tomorrow is match day. Tomorrow we are going to play Sunderland. Sunderland are gonna be coming to Old Trafford tomorrow. How are you guys feeling? How are you feeling about this game? For me, I don't know how to feel. That is the truth about it. I actually do not know how to feel about this match. However, before we start, there are some certain news about former Manchester United, some ex-Man United players, not ex, former United players who has gone on loan. Players like Rasmus Højlund, Marcus Rashford, you know. During the Champions League game, everybody saw how Napoli and Barcelona performed and how Marcus Rashford and Rasmus Højlund performed. If I should give my opinion about Marcus Rashford and Rasmus Højlund, mainly on Rasmus, the truth about it is Rasmus played for Manchester United for 2 years. He was at Manchester United for two years. And he played a lot of football. Rasmus Højlund played so many games for Manchester United, which majority of them he was very bad. Majority of the games he played for United, Rasmus Højlund was very bad. I'm not actually blaming him about being bad or not playing well for Manchester United. I'm actually not blaming Rasmus. But some of his downfall in Manchester United, he contributed to them. Because Rasmus Højlund's first touch at Manchester United was very, very bad. His first touch at Manchester United was very, very bad. And Rasmus Højlund is not the type of striker Manchester United needed, because that striker zone has been a dead zone for a very long time. Man United striker zone has been a very dead zone for a very long time. So Rasmus scoring 2 goals in the previous Champions League game against Sporting. Look at the midfielder who was playing with Rasmus Højlund, one of the most fantastic midfield England has ever produced. Creative midfielder England has ever produced. The Premier League has ever produced. Is Kelvin De Bruyne. He's a very good midfielder. Kelvin De Bruyne is a very good midfielder. Fantastic, even one of the best in the world. But when Rasmus Højlund played for Manchester United, all those goals, like the 2 goals Rasmus scored against Sporting, he never got such assist in Manchester United. He never got such pass in Manchester United. And Rasmus is the type of striker who wants the ball ahead of him, in front of him. Rasmus is not a good striker when he's backing the goalpost that he's going to score. He's very bad at that. He is very good when you give the ball, when you put the ball in front of him. That is when you know how good Rasmus Højlund is. Even though some majority of the time in Manchester, when he was at Manchester United, he got some nice ball into to himself, but he couldn't kill it off. He couldn't kill it off. But you can't compare Rasmus Højlund playing for Napoli in Italy to when he was playing for Manchester United. When he was at United, he was very young. And Manchester United was actually his big club, the first big club to play for. And he was very young as at then. So people trying to paint like it was wrong to move Rasmus on. I don't know what you are trying to say, because when Rasmus Højlund was at Manchester United, he played a lot of football and he couldn't turn it around, even though majority of the problem he had was coming from the midfield, that he wasn't getting service. Yes, but he as well supposed to help himself as well. His first touch was very bad, Rasmus Højlund. You can't compare Benjamin Sesko's touch to Rasmus Højlund's touch when Rasmus was in Manchester United. You can't compare it. It's it's day and night. It's day and night. So it's a two different. As in, you can weigh the both of them. You can weigh the both this thing. But Rasmus going to Napoli and scoring goals, he has to stay at Napoli. As in, it's the right thing for him and it's the right thing for Manchester United. Because you can't tell me if Rasmus Højlund was to still remain at Manchester United, he would have turned it around by now. It's not possible, because the service is not yet coming. Even Sesko is not even getting the service. So let's not turn it around and say Rasmus Højlund, it was bad to move him on. It was the best decision for the football club and for Manchester and for Rasmus as well. So that is it. And we are not supposed to be talking about players when they leave Manchester United. You can talk about a player if he was not getting his chances and went to another club and start performing. But if you were given chance, if you have been playing in Manchester United and you are not doing what you are supposed to be doing, you are supposed to leave. It's either you go on loan or you get sold. You go out on loan or you get sold. That is it. When it's injustice is when a player is not playing. When you can question, the problem is if a player is not playing at all and he gets sold, when he gets sold and go to another club and start performing. But as long as you've been given chances, you've been playing football for Manchester United for over 2 years and you are not performing, you have to leave. You actually have to leave. I'm sorry. You actually have to leave. So Rasmus Højlund performing at Napoli is a good thing for him and it's a good thing for us as well, because if he plays well, that money we'll get it from him. And he's still young. We can still go back to Napoli and say we want Rasmus Højlund when he's experienced enough. I don't think he will say no to coming back to Manchester United to prove everybody wrong. But at his stance now, we don't need such players for now. We have a lot of young players in our team. We have so many young players in our team, and that is not the exact way we are supposed to be moving. Because this fan base, this Man United fan base, they are not patient enough to let those young players to get experience, to be experienced. They can't wait. Man United fan base is impatient. So we can't keep on bringing young players and burning them down. So that is it for Rasmus Højlund. Good deal for him. Good deal for us. He plays well at Napoli. We get the money. Simple and short. There are still good strikers. There are still nice strikers coming up. It's not because of we lose Rasmus Højlund, everybody will now turn it like against Amorim. Even before Amorim came in, Rasmus Højlund was playing under Erik ten Hag, and he wasn't scoring enough goals. He wasn't scoring enough goals, even though the service wasn't coming. At least there are some certain things he could have been doing better. More especially his first touch. His first touch was very bad when he was playing for Manchester United. So that is it for Rasmus Højlund. Now we have to go into the match preview. Manchester United versus Sunderland match preview. This game, the vultures are out looking for who to devour, looking for who to eat their flesh. Whenever it comes to Manchester United, the media, wherever the media is now, they have written all their articles and they are waiting for this game. They are actually waiting for the game. The media, the English media, the British media, they've all programmed and written their propaganda against Amorim and against Manchester United. So they are just waiting for the game to start and to end and see what happens. And all the majority of the British media are now waiting for the sack. They are now waiting for Ruben Amorim to get sacked. That is how it is. So I will be giving you how I would line up in this Man United versus Sunderland game. I'll be telling you guys how I would line up. But we all know Ruben Amorim will do what is best for him and for the team. But as a Man United content creator, I will give you guys how I think we should line up and how it's gonna work out for us if we line up like that. So without wasting time, I'm going to start in the goalpost. Sane Lamens, please. That is who I'm going to put in the goalpost. Forget about Otta Bienda. I've been hitting the nail, or I've been hitting the hammer on the nail. Starting from the first day we started our league. The league started. I never wanted Otta Bienda there. Sorry, after we signed Lamens, I wanted Otta Bienda to be dropped because he is equal to Andre Onana. Andre Onana and Otta Bienda are the same. No difference, just that Onana is African and Otta Bienda is Turkish. In terms of goalkeeping ability, those two are the same thing. No difference. They are exactly the same thing. So I'll be putting Lamens in goal. My back three, I will go for Lenny Yoro, Matthias Delete, and Luke Shaw. Even though Luke Shaw was horrible against Brentford, Luke Shaw was very bad against Brentford, but I will still go with him. Lenny Yoro, Matthias Delete, and Luke Shaw. That is my three centre backs. My right wing and my left wing, we don't know. I don't know the possibility if Mazraoui is back in training. But if he's not back, I will use Ahmad Diallo for my left wing. And my right wing, I will go for Patrick Dogu. That is how I will go for it. Then my double pivot, I will go with Casemiro and Kobe Menu. I will go with Casemiro and Kobe Menu. my two tens, I'm gonna go with Brian Mbomo and Bruno Fernandes. However, I would love to take Bruno Fernandes out of that team. I would 100% love to not play Bruno or not start him, because this guy has cost us 2 games this season. We lost to Brentford is because of Bruno Fernandes. We drew with Fulham was because of Bruno Fernandes. That is 4 points. 4 points because of Bruno Fernandes and Otta Bienda. These 2 players have actually cost us this season. In these 2 games. So it's actually 4 points we've lost because of these 2 players. And Bruno Fernandes, his own is the worst. You can't be given 2 penalties and you miss the both of them when you know it's a very crucial time. As a captain, you couldn't step up. So I would 100% love to keep Bruno out of this starting lineup against Sunderland. But however, we've all seen whenever Bruno is not in that pitch, these our players, they just play like people who are not with their brains. So my double pivots, I will go with Casemiro and Menu. My 2 tens, I will go with Brian Mbomo and Bruno Fernandes. Then I will stick Benjamin Sesko up front. What do you think about this lineup, guys? Sané Lamens in goal. My centre backs, Lenny Yoro, Matthias De Ligt, and Luke Shaw. Right wing and left wing, Patrick Dogu and Ahmad. If Mazraoui is fit to start, I will put Mazraoui and take off Ahmad. But if Mazraoui is out, I will use Ahmad there. Then my double pivots will be Casemiro and Kobe Menu. My 2 tens, Brian Mbomo and Bruno Fernandes. Then my striker will be Benjamin Sesko. That is how I'm gonna line up against Sunderland on tomorrow. Tell me how you would line up and tell me what you would change in this my own starting lineup in the comment section. Score prediction. I've been predicting scores. Since we started this since the Premier League started. I never got one right. Because these players are inconsistent. You don't know what they are gonna get. I predicted Man United to beat Brentford 2-0. What happened? Brentford turned and beat us 3-1. So I don't know what to predict in this one. However, on paper, Man United are supposed to win this game. But in reality, these guys can go in there and misbehave. What can I predict again? What can I do? What will I say that looks like United? If you think you are a United fan and you know how this game is gonna end, put the prediction in the comment section. I'm not gonna predict anything because it seems like whenever I predict, we lose. So I would like you to tell me what the score prediction is going to be. How United is gonna play Sunderland. Are we gonna win this game or are we going to lose this game? Tell me your predictions in the comment section. So guys, that is it. Now let's go into the general Man United news. Fabrizio Romano have told us that whether Ruben Amorim wins against Sunderland or he loses against Sunderland, it doesn't matter. It's not going to affect his job. That was what Jim Ratcliffe said, or Sir Jim Ratcliffe. It doesn't matter if Ruben Amorim loses to Sunderland or he wins to Sunderland, that his job is safe. That he can only judge Ruben Amorim after the full season. So my United fans who are wanting Ruben Amorim out, what you have to be doing now is to pray so that he will lose more games, so that he will get the sack earlier. You understand? You have to pray so that Man United will lose more games. If you actually want Ruben Amorim to get sacked, you actually have to pray so that he will lose more games. Because if he should lose more games, he is going to get sacked. If Ruben Amorim should lose more games, he's definitely going to get the sack. So you guys have to pray. For those of us who doesn't want him to get sacked, we as well have to pray for him to use his head, for him to use his brain, and always make the right selections and make the right substitute. Play Bruno Fernandes higher in the field. Stop putting him in that double pivot. Play Bruno Fernandes higher in the pitch. It's not a must that Cunha will start the game, or it's not a must that Mbeumo have to start. Sometimes they can come in from the bench and change the game as well. We have good midfielders who can play in that double pivot, even though they are bad, even though that our midfield is as well bad. But they are specialists there. That is their position. Play Kobe Menu there, play Manu Ugarte there, play Casemiro there. That's their position. Bruno Fernandes is not supposed to be playing in that double pivot. That's the problem we are actually having. So Amorim, the only thing you can do for the fans who are still backing you, is to make your selections right. Put players where they are supposed to be played. And get your certain lineup and subs correct. That is the only thing you have to do for the majority, for the fewer fans who are actually backing you. Because I'm still backing him, even if he gets sacked tomorrow, then we move on. But as long as he's still our manager, or the Man United manager, I will back Amorim until he is sacked. Until Ineos sacks him, I have to back him. I'm hoping and praying he will turn things around. But even if it never happens like that and he gets sacked, the new manager will come in, and I will continue backing the new manager, and I'll back the players as well. Even though there are majority of the players who are in this football club, I don't want them to that are supposed to be gone by now. But it's our football club. We will criticize any bad or any player who is not playing well, or even Amorim. Whenever he gets his lineup or his subs wrong, I will always criticize him, even though I want him to do better, even though I want him to get to be successful. But I will always criticize him when he is doing the wrong thing. So that is it for United news today. Ruben Amorim is actually having his press conference. If there is time, we will come back and react to the press conference. So guys, tell me what you think. Always like and share our video This is the United Agenda. Those of you in TikTok, thank you for joining. So always try to share, like, and subscribe to our channel. This is the United Agenda. We are on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. So guys, don't forget to share and tell me what you think about our game tomorrow. How are you feeling? Are you excited? Are you optimistic? Tell me how you feel, because I can't wait for the game. I want to see how these players will respond after we lost a week ago to Brentford. I want to see response. I want to see fighting spirit. I want to see goals. These players, whenever we are playing at Old Trafford, they can turn on their light switch. But once we go away, they start misbehaving. I believe they are going to perform tomorrow. But however, it's Sunderland. On paper, we are supposed to be winning this game, hands down. But we all know these players, we don't know what they can do. As in, they are light switch players. Just come inside and they can turn it on at any time and turn it off at any time. So that is it for today. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We will come back again, maybe after the press conference is over. We will come back. Thank you for joining on TikTok and on Facebook. Thank you. Until we meet on the next one. Bye.